Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel GoQui Tech, where you can learn tips and tricks on how to use your computer and cell phone a lot more efficiently. My name is Andres Gomez and I want to thank you for watching my video. This video is called Efficiency Keyboard Shortcuts for Windows 10 Part 1. This will be the first part of this segment. I also want to mention that in this video there are a lot of different shortcuts for Mac users as well, so don't be discouraged if you're a Mac user. And with no more to say, let's get started. Okay, you guys, well, let's go on ahead and get started. The first shortcut that I'm going to show you is actually something very basic. It's so that you could go on ahead and open apps that are pinned to your taskbar. It is very important for you to always have your most used apps pinned to your taskbar. It's just a lot more efficient and a way quicker way to get to them. So the first shortcut consists of pressing the Windows key plus a number key from 1 to 9. And whatever number key you selected, it'll actually select the app that has that position within your taskbar from left to right. So in other words, if I were to go on ahead and press Windows 1, it'll open this app. Windows 2 will open this app. Windows 3 will open this app. And as you could see, they're already open. So I don't have to bore you with, the amount of time that it takes for the apps to open and load and all that. So I'll just go on ahead and open them with my keyboard using the Windows key and the number key that corresponds to their position within the taskbar. So there goes Windows 1. It would open this app. This is actually a screenshot monitor. It is an app that I use mainly for my job. And then if I press Windows 2, it'll open the next app, which is Slack. And it's also an app that I use for my job. It's a communications platform. And if I go to Windows 3, it'll open my Word document, which I also use for my job. And so that's basically the way that it works out. Like I already mentioned, as you can see, the apps were already opened. So basically, if you press the Windows key and the number key that corresponds to the app, if the app is already opened and it's minimized, it'll maximize it. If the app is already opened and it's maximized, it'll minimize it. And if the app is not open, it will open it. So that's basically the way that it works. And it works from 1 to 9. So it'll work from here. This would be Windows 1, Windows 2, Windows 3, and so on and so forth, all the way up until Windows 9, which in this case would be Netflix. For the rest of the apps, I'll show you in a bit how to get to them as well. It's actually very quick also. But this is the reason why you should always have your most used apps pinned to your taskbar in a position from 1 to 9 from left to right, so that you could just get to them in a couple of clicks or in a couple of pressed keys. Okay guys, so this next shortcut, as I had already explained, actually helps you to shift through the different apps that are pinned to your taskbar without being in the position from 1 through 9. So for example, this would be position 1 and this is position 9, which is Netflix. So where does that leave these other 3 apps? The way that you get to them, also very quick, is by pressing on the Windows key and the letter T. And there you go, it selects the app that is in position 1. Of course, if you shift right with your right arrow key, it'll go to app number 2. However, if you go left with your left arrow key, it'll circle back around to app number 12, I believe it is. And you could go on ahead and shift through these apps, with your left and right arrow key. These 3 apps are actually the ones that are left out from the 1 through 9 sequence. So these would be the ones that I would need to use this shortcut for. Basically, the way that it works out is whenever you find an app that you would like to open or that you would like to go on ahead and unhide, you could go on ahead and just click enter and it'll just pop up. However, this shortcut does not hide the app again, like with the shortcut Windows plus number key does. Okay, so this next shortcut is so that once you're doing a lot of work on your computer, you've got this app open, that app open, you're running this program, you're running this other program, you're able to go on ahead and like let's say for example, you need to see if there is a specific app on your desktop so that you could go on ahead and click on it and open it. Instead of hiding each app one by one, you could just use the next shortcut, which consists of pressing Windows plus M, and it'll hide all of the apps. So then you're able to take a look at your desktop to see if you've got that app or program that you would like to go on ahead and open. To go on ahead and make everything come back, all that you have to do is press the Windows key, the Shift key, and the letter M as in Mary. Just like that. So to hide everything is Windows key plus M as in Mary, and to bring everything back is Windows key plus Shift key plus M as in Mary. And as you can see, there's like a lot of apps open. Whenever your screen looks like this, you could just go on ahead and press Windows M, to take a look at your desktop if you need to, or just to take a quick break from work and stress. Okay, everybody, so this next shortcut is actually very similar to the last one that I showed you, but not quite the same. This one actually lets you look at your desktop through all of your apps without actually hiding them. As you can see, once again, I've got a lot of apps open here on my desktop. So this next shortcut consists of pressing the Windows key and the comma key, and it makes all your apps invisible so that you could look through them to see what's on your desktop. However, this is not, like I said, this is not the same as the last shortcut, because as soon as you let go of the Windows and comma key, everything becomes visible again. And for Mac users, for this specific shortcut, it would be Command F3. This next one is actually kind of cool. Once again, when you have a lot of apps and programs open, if you like to go on ahead and have an overview of everything that is opened on your desktop, what you have to do is use the next shortcut. You press the Control key, the Alt key, and the Tab key. And it'll give you a overview of all of the different apps that are open on your desktop, and you could shift through them with the left and right arrow key. And when you find one that you would like to go to, just press enter and it'll pop up in front of everything. For Mac users, this is actually a bit simpler. It's just Control Tab in order for you to have this overview of all of the different apps that are open on your desktop. Another way that you could also have an overview of everything that is open on your desktop, not only everything that is open on your desktop now, but everything that was open on your desktop from today and previous days. All that you have to do is press the Windows key and Tab key. This is better known as Mission Control in Mac, and it just shows everything that you have open at the moment and things that you've had open in the past days. This is today, this was yesterday, I'm sorry, this is in Spanish, and this is from the 24th, the 23rd, and you can select any of them and it'll take you to it. It'll take you to that specific window, app, or piece of information that you're looking for. I also want to mention that for this specific shortcut, there are actually two different ways to execute it. The first would be the one that I've already shown, which is the Windows key plus Tab key will take you to mission control of your computer, or you could also use Control Windows Backspace. That will also take you to the mission control of your computer, just like that. Okay guys, well it looks like we've come to the third shortcut or method of opening up the app viewer and shifting through apps. In my opinion, I feel that this is the best method or shortcut to do that, because this shortcut actually allows you to open up the app viewer as well as shift through the apps and select an app with the same shortcut keys. Whereas to the other two shortcuts, they just open the app viewer, and there are extra actions that you need to take in order to shift through the apps and to select an app. So this shortcut consists on pressing down the Alt key and the Tab key. And it should look something like this once you've done it. The reason why it looks like it's selecting all the apps at the same time is because I have both keys pressed down. I do want to mention that in order to use this shortcut, the Alt key has to always remain pressed down until you're done using it. So the Alt key always has to remain pressed down. The only one that you're going to let go of is the Tab key. And every time you press on the Tab key and let go of it, it'll select a different app. And once you've come to the app that you would like to go to, all that you need to do is just let go of both keys. So it's a lot quicker, and there are not a lot of steps involved. You just press the Alt, the Tab key, and you press and let go of the Tab key without letting go of the Alt key until you've come to the app that you would like to select. And once that happens, you let go of both keys and it'll pop up the app right in front of everything so that you could continue with your work. Okay, you guys, so we have come to the last method or the last shortcut to go on ahead and shift through apps and have an app overview. Okay, well, this last shortcut actually doesn't have an app overview. It just shifts through the different apps. It should look something like this. Actually, I've already used it in the past shortcuts that I've presented to you so that you can see all the different apps that I have open. This is what it should look like, and basically it consists of pressing down on the Alt key and pressing down on the Escape key and letting go, and that's how it shifts to the next app. So you have to keep pressing and letting go of the Escape key with the Alt key remaining pressed down. And that's how you're able to shift through these apps that you have opened. However, this only shifts through apps that are not hidden on your Windows desktop or on your taskbar. It just shifts through apps that are actually open on the desktop. If they're open but they're hidden, it's not going to show them to you or go through them. This is just for apps that are not hidden. Like that. Alt Escape. Okay, so the next shortcut that I'm going to show you is actually kind of cool. I think it's pretty cool, and I think that everybody should know it because it's actually very useful. When you're doing a lot of work, like I am right now, I have a bunch of different apps open, as you already know, and you're doing a lot of different things, and then all of a sudden you have another task that you need to take care of. Just opening more programs and more windows will actually be inefficient because it'll slow you down. So what you need to do is you need to create a virtual desktop. I will call this virtual desktop desktop number 2, and then we'll go from there. So this shortcut actually involves different things, because you need to know how to open the desktop, you need to know how to shift through desktops, and you need to know how to close the desktop once you're done. So I'll go on ahead and I'll start with opening a desktop. The next shortcut would be you press the Control key, the Windows key, and the letter D key, and that'll open up desktop number 2. Here you could go on ahead and open up another program and do whatever it is that you need to do to take care of that other task that you're working on, that you need to get done really quick. Once you're done, I suggest that you close the app before closing the desktop, because if you just close the desktop, the app that you have on desktop number 2 will automatically move to desktop 1. So I'm going to go on ahead and close it, so just so you could see how the app will move to the other desktop. So there it is, I closed it, and as you can see, the file explorer that I had in desktop number 2 changed to desktop number 1, and that is something that you don't want, because it'll just confuse you if you've got a bunch of different apps opened. So what you want to do, I'm going to go on ahead and do it again. To open up another desktop is Control Windows D. To shift through these desktops is Control Windows right and left arrow keys. So I press Control Windows and I go to the left arrow key, it'll take me to desktop 1. I go to the right arrow key, it'll take me to desktop number 2. You have to press the arrow keys while you're pressing on the Control Windows keys, and you can open another one and another one, and you can open as many as you need or as many as your computer can tolerate. You can shift through them, like I've already said, with Control Windows plus right and left arrow key, as you're watching me do right now. So in other words, I've got 4 different desktops opened. I know this because I'm able to shift through them. In order to know which are the different desktops that you have open, you can shift through them, or you can have an overview of all of the different desktops that are open on your computer by using a previous shortcut that I've already shown you or presented to you within this same video, which would be Windows Tab, or you could also use Control Windows Backspace. And there it is. It gives you an overview of the different desktops that are opened on your PC. So right now here, it doesn't show me the different apps that I've got open on our main desktop, because we are actually within desktop number 4. However, if I go to desktop number 1, there it is. It shows me all of the different apps that I've got opened on that desktop, which would be the main desktop. Like I said, Windows Tab or Control Windows Backspace. To go on ahead and close them, what you need to do is you need to press on Control Windows F4. There you go. Desktop number 4 is closed, desktop number 3 is closed, and desktop number 2 is closed, and we only have our main desktop now. So that's how you're actually able to be a lot more productive by doing different tasks in different desktops. And actually, for Mac users, this is actually a bit easier, because all that you have to press, or the shortcut for OS, would be Control and up, and then it's Control and right and left arrow key to shift through them, and Control and F3 to close the desktops. Okay then, wonderful people, we have come to the end of the first part of the efficiency keyboard shortcut segment. I would like to thank you for watching my video. I also want to mention that I am fairly new when it comes to making videos, YouTube, and everything. So therefore, if you have any feedback, any suggestions, any tips, or any questions, be sure to let me know in the comments section. Thank you very much for watching, and see you in the next video.